Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. Today is December 10th. So we're gonna open day 10 of the Yarn Advent Calendar. I somehow have lost a box throughout this process. I'm sure it's at my apartment. Okay, here's box number 10. I'm trying to do this quickly because it's super cold in this video and there are a lot of people running heaters and the power keeps going off. So here's day 10. Oh yeah, I did want to tell you what my ideas are for the next, I don't know, I keep having ideas. So I have two fun ideas and I definitely want to do that with some of these yarns. Do these fun ideas with some of these yarns. So in my, I think it was day 4, maybe my day 4 video, I've been using a knitting machine, and the knitting machine has a lot of broken needles and I don't really know how to use the knitting machine, and it's just knitting flat stockinette stitch. But I thought it would be fun to use the knitting machine to make some panels and then seam them together and like open them up and basically make a sock. Because it just works stockinette stitches, I would have to like do the rib by hand, do the heel and the toe by hand, and then like basically make, like, I'm thinking a front, a back, like a front ankle and foot, a sole and a back ankle, and I think I'd have to seam them all together and then add the heel and the toe and the ribbing for the cuff. But I think it could be interesting. So that's an idea. And then another idea I have is I found this old sweater. This has been in my giveaway pile for a really long time, and it's actually a really nice soft sweater. It's a rag and bone sweater, and the only reason why I don't wear it is because I don't like this bottom part. See, the last 2 stripes are like metallic yarn. On the sleeve it's the last 3 stripes, but I don't really like those stripes, and that's literally the only reason why I don't wear this. So I was thinking it could be cool to either unravel or just cut off the bottom of this and replace those blue stripes, the blue metallic stripes, with some other yarn. And the sock yarn might be a good size for this. So if we get something that looks good with this, I might try it and see if we can replace these stripes with some other yarn. We'll keep the white ones, so I'd have to like knit the white ones back in, but I think it could be cool. Okay, let's see what's in box number 10. Okay, this is very different from everything else we've gotten so far. This is gray, dark blue, kind of a sage green, some orange tones. This is very different. Kind of think, like, since that sweater, since we're kind of already like doing something crafty to that sweater, I kind of want something brighter. This is like a little too close to the actual colors of that sweater, although it might be cool. Should I try to make a sock on the knitting machine with this? Let's see, I probably don't have enough of this to make 2 socks on the knitting machine. Okay, I'm gonna think about this. I'll be right back. Alright, I just thought for a second. I looked through my yarn stash. So what I found, so this is our hank, and I found this. And I think they will look nice together because there's orange in this yarn. See? But I don't have a lot of this, and I want to make a pair. So I grabbed my purple and orange swatch from day 4 that I have not added to my vest yet, and this is what it looks like. And this is about half the width of this sock on my sock blocker. So I'm going to try to figure out how many of these I'm gonna need and how many needles and how long, and I'm going to knit some panels with this on the knitting machine, and then I think I'm gonna use this to then like pick up and do the rib and the heel and the toe, and if I don't have enough, figure something out later. So I'm gonna try to figure this out, and yeah. progress on my experimental sock. Okay, I'm gonna show you this little drawing I did. I don't know that it's going to make sense, but the drawing is my thought process in what I might need to make this sock with flat panels. And so I'm kind of making it with my dad's foot size in mind, although I have a feeling it's gonna end up being smaller. So I don't really care at this point who it's gonna fit. I just am curious to see how this is gonna turn out. It's like a Franken sock. So this is the little drawing that I did. So it shows that the front piece is gonna be one piece, and then I decided on a measurement of 14 inches. And then I decided I would need two, like I need one for one side and one for another side, and it would probably be seamed right down the middle. And then I need 6 inches and 8 inches for the back of the ankle and then the bottom of the foot. And then that's gonna be a separate piece because I'll put the heel there. And then this is gonna have a toe, so I was like accounting for the other things that I would need. I tried to make the panels in the sizes that I need, but the knitting machine is terrible. Like, it is so bad. This is the longest panel I could get, and this panel is 14 inches, and I could only get one of them. And this is the last thing I did, and I hate using that knitting machine, so I don't want to use it until I have a one finished Franken sock, and then I will use it again. But I kind of despise that machine. I would much rather spend a week hand knitting a sock. Like, that machine is broken. Like, it has a lot of broken needles and it was not cared for, and it like works and then all of a sudden it doesn't work, or it's working and then it's not catching any needles, or like it just stops catching any needles. Like, it's just a little frustrating, and I prefer a happy knitting environment where I am responsible for my own mistakes and I'm not like dealing with a machine making these mistakes that I have to correct. So this is the longest piece that I got, and this is 14 inches. So this will be like one front side. And then I have to like go through all these again and measure, but these are the other pieces. So I think I have a couple pieces that are like solid, like the measurement that I wanted, and then some are gonna be like 2 small pieces seamed together to make one of the sections that I needed, like one of the 6, 8, or 14-inch sections. Is this making sense? So that's my sock. This is one sock. Damn, that's a lot of yarn. This sock better fit someone. Although I'm not gonna want to make a second one. And I still have to wind the Hedgehog Fibers sock yarn, but I think I'm gonna seam these first, and I'm not gonna block them until after. I'm gonna try to figure out how to seam these together, and then maybe I'll try to stretch them over the sock blocker for a visual. I'm gonna wind this, and then we'll think about how we're going to knit the toe, heel, and cuff of my experimental sock. Very exciting. Look what I made. I basically made a sock tube. And earlier I said I was gonna use like 4 panels to make up the circumference of the sock, but it just looked so big. And I have like this sock size chart that said like the circumference of like basically my dad's foot size would be like 11 inches. And that just seems so big. And I didn't really feel like I could text any guys and be like, hey, do you happen to have a tape measure and can you measure the circumference of your foot? Because I'm just curious like what it measures. So will you let me know in the comments what the circumference of your foot measures, because I am having so much trouble picturing like how big other people's feet are. Like, I can only picture my own foot circumference. Everything else just looks either too big or too small. So anyway, what I ended up using was 2 panels. So I had the one 14-inch panel, and then I put an 8-inch and a 6-inch. And so I originally was going to use the 8-inch for the bottom of the foot, but now I'm going to use the 6-inch, and I'll use the 8-inch for the ankle portion. And then I put a double point in the heel portion because there were live stitches there, and so I just like shoved the needle through and cut the yarn. So I think I'll just start with the heel since I'm already there. And I did wind my ball. It looks like this. It's very blue and green. And I am worried that maybe this isn't the greatest yarn combination, but we're here now, so we're just gonna keep going. I have live stitches for most of these because I was just like taking them off the knitting machine, and then I was putting scrap waste through the stitches instead of casting off. So like for the ankle I have live stitches, so I'm hoping I can just pick them up and knit. And then for the toe I don't, because that's where I cast on, so I'll have to pick up stitches for the toe. Oh wait, I think it's the opposite. For the toe I have live stitches, and for the heel, no, the ankle I have to pick up stitches. But I'm gonna have to measure and make sure I'm working on the right side. And then, so this would be the inside with the purl stitches, but I kind of like it. And I put these, I did a crochet, like single crochet to seam them together. Let's see, the inside would look like this, and the outside like this. I kind of like the idea of keeping it on the outside. Let's see. keep doing the inside as the outside. Or should I just do the inside as the inside? I don't know. I'll show you when I figure it out. Alright, so I turn the sock. With the stockinette stitches on the outside. And the only thing about this is there's a big seam on both sides. I think it looks cool in the camera. And then I just put it on the sock blocker because I was worried it wasn't going to fit a foot, but it looks like it might fit. And then I started working the heel. So it is the 10th today, and it's getting a little late, so I think I'm going to edit this video and post it, and then do the heel and the toe and the cuff, and then I'll show you when it's done. So let me know what you think. I am worried the yarn combination is a little ugly, but ugly socks are kind of cool sometimes. This was definitely a faster way to make a sock, but I don't know that I enjoyed doing this at all. Let me know what you think in the comments. I thought I would just like give it a try to see if I could do it, and so far the answer is yes, I could do it. I mean, I haven't done the toe, the heel, or the cuff yet, but it looks kind of like a sock. Yeah, but it wasn't very fun. I don't really like using that broken knitting machine. It was fun to experiment. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!